Hey, it's Auntie Annie. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm back with you with another great recipe that is always served at Thanksgiving. Very simple, very easy to make. Anybody can do it. I'm going to just do some cranberries from whole cranberries, not the ones you buy in the can. We don't want that. We want to have a beautiful cranberry sauce for that turkey or chicken or whatever you want to use it on. So I'm going to come back and show you exactly what I put into it. Okay, here are the ingredients that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using 1 pack of this Ocean Spray cranberries. That's my favorite brand. Um, we're going to be using a lemon, but mostly we're going to use the lemon rind. And I will cut the lemon in half and use a little bit of the juice also with it. I'm going to use in maybe half of a nutmeg, a pinch of salt, about a cup and a half of orange juice, and 2 cups of sugar. So I'm going to go ahead. The first thing I'm going to do is going to rinse my cranberries, and I'll come back when I've put everything in the pot. So to start out, I'm going to add 2 cups of sugar, and I'm going to add about a cup and a half of orange juice. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to mix this together. My fire is on like medium, just kind of trying to dissolve the sugar a little bit. Once it starts dissolving, then I'm going to go ahead and add the cranberries to it. Nutmeg, rind, and then a little lemon juice. So one thing about cranberries, they're very sour. It might look like it's a lot of sugar in here, but trust me, if you use less sugar, it's really going to be it's going to be very sour. So what I do sometimes, if I have red wine too, I'll put a little bit of red wine in there. As it happens, I don't have any, so we'll just go ahead. So once the sugar starts to dissolve, I'll go ahead and I'll add in the cranberries. So I'll come back and show you when I'm ready to put those in. I've washed the cranberries. I've put them in here, and as you see them, now this is something you have to pay a lot of attention to. You have to continually stir it till the cranberries start to soften and they start to burst, because if you leave it alone and it gets too hot, it'll start to come over the pot and mess up your stove, or the sugar starts to burn. So once I've put the cranberries in, I'm going to put just a pinch of sugar. Sorry, a pinch of salt. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just take a lemon. Now you want to be careful when you're doing the rind. You don't want to go too deep with it. So I'll just go over, because the white part would really be bitter. So you have to be careful, but you need some rind. And then I'm going to cut this in half, and I'm going to use a little bit of lemon juice in there as well. Just need a little bit more. I would think about maybe a 1/4 teaspoon, if that much, you know. So just be careful that you don't go too deep with the lemon. I get one more little spot here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to stir it. Keep stirring it, and start out on not too high a fire, you know, like a medium heat is good. Just keep stirring as you go along. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut my lemon in half. And let's try to make sure that we're not getting any seeds. And I just want just a little bit of lemon juice, not a lot. And then the next ingredient you're going to have is that we're going to go our nutmeg. So I'm going to grate this all over. I'm going to use like half of a nutmeg, not more than that. So if you come and have a look, see I've grated the nutmeg, the rind from the lemon is in there as well. And now it's just about stirring. So as it starts to pop and get soft, I will then taste it to see if it needs anything more in there, right? So I'm going to come back when I'm at the point where I'll show you when they start to soften up. But remember, keep stirring, keep stirring. I'm continuing stirring it. As you can see, they're starting to open up. See, that's how they soften up. Sometimes I'll just take the spoon and squash it in the side, but it still needs a little bit more. So I have to just continue. And this has been about 3 minutes since I last was on with you. So I'm going to continue, let them open up, squash them down, and then we'll come back when we're almost done. Okay, all right. You can see now it's starting to get a red color. They're breaking up, and I'm helping some of them to break up as well. And you keep stirring it, because if you don't, it'll froth up and go over the side of your pot. You don't want that. So just keep moving them along. So I'll be back when I'm almost done, and I'll show you how it looks when I'm finished. So it's done now. I'm going to turn off the stove, and I'll let it sit for a little, because the longer it sits, it starts to thicken up once it cools. Usually what I do is that I make it like the day before, 2 days before, keep it in the fridge, because when you have it in the fridge before you serve it, you'll bring it out and let it get to room temperature. So it's very easy, and it lasts a long time. You know, it's like making cranberry jelly, I always say, right? So I hope you're going to try this recipe. It's dead easy. The time it takes mostly is just stirring it and getting it, the cranberries cooked. So until we meet again, I hope you'll go ahead, like, subscribe, and share these videos. And have a great Thanksgiving.